Hey, Gallic. I did enter the the collab server for with Done in it. So I might start talking with them about possible doing some collabs afterwards. Okay. So we're going to continue on with our game so far. Oh, how you doing, by the way? Okay. We can see an empty space around the character due to perspective projection. In the game, we're going to use an orthographic projection instead to better frame the gameplay area and make it easier for the player to care. Camera inspector projection orthogonal size to 19. So the camera 3D inspector. Visibility? Transform? No. Keep height. Environment. Doppler. Projection. Set the projection. Projection. Perspective to orthogonal. Whoa. Okay, set the size to 19. Ah, okay. Interesting. So I think it understands now. So basically, it uses the entirety of the screen to project downward rather than... yeah. Rather than having an emanating degree of angle. Okie dokie. I realized I didn't have Twitch chat open. Hold on 1 second. Forgive me. I think YouTube really hated that I did a gun thing because things have been kind of slow lately. Most of it's like, oh, gun-related thing? Fuck you. You don't, directional shadow looks too blurry. You know, directional shadow quality is dependent on the character's far value. The higher the far value, the further away the camera will be able to see. Okay. Shadow quality rendering covers a great distance. If the direction shadow looks too blurry after switching to the orthogonal camera, decrease the camera's far property to a lower value, such as 100. Don't decrease it to far property too much. Objects to be okay. Far. Set it to like 500. All right, let's test that. Okay, cool. That works fine. Okay, test the scene to be able to see activations not glitch to the floor. Yes, ultimately, with yeah, we've already done that. already done all that. I don't hear you. Okay. The mob scene. Okay. In this part, we're going to code the monster, which we call mobs. In the next lesson, we'll spawn them randomly around the playable area. Let's design the monsters themselves in a new scene. The node structure is going to be similar to the player. Yeah, okay. So that's other node. We'll do character body 3D. Add that. Call that mob. We'll add a 3D node. Oh wait, no, a pivot. Hold on, let me delete this. You add a pivot. No, it's a node 3D. Node 3D. Name that one. Pivot. The mob. There. Oh, look, he's kind of scary looking. Whoop. Showing up? Yep, it did. Okie dokie. File system dock to pivot. Add the monster 3D model to the scene. We already did that. Mob. Node to character. Collision shape. Oh, a collision shape. Yeah. Collision shape 3D. Add that. Collision shape. Oh, that's right. We need to add a sphere. Make that nice and large. That's too big. Sorry, we need to. We should change the size. Or you can do so. Interact by clicking and dragging orange dots. Oh, it's a box one. Oh, okay. Let me swap this. No. Swap this to box. That's not what I meant to click. Not what I meant to click. Let me hide this so it's easier to see. That's too much. Too little. I'm gonna... the box should touch the floor, and the weapon of the model works the way the player's sphere touches. Even the box's corner collision will occur. If the box is a little too big compared to the player, to the model, it may die at distance from the monster, making it compared to the player. Yeah. Okay, so we'll make this visible again. We're gonna turn off snapping. needs to be above the ground, so right there. And let's make it a little bit taller. There we go. On the eye, basically. Okay. Visible on-screen notifier, so we'll go ahead and add that. Do visible on-screen notifier. I'm going to use it to destroy our moms. When you keep instancing an object, there's a technique you can use to avoid cost of creating and destroying an instance over and over. It's called time pooling. If it consists of pre-creating an array of objects and reusing them over and over, when working with Godot script, you don't need to worry about this. The main reason you use pool is to avoid freezes with garbage collecting languages like C# or Lua. GScript uses a different technique for managed memorance, referencing counting, which doesn't have that caveats. You can learn more about the memory management. Okay. You there, Gallic? Have I been streaming? Okay. Damn. I feel like I'm not even streaming at this point. Okie dokie. Select the mob and a child. Invisible on-screen notifier 3D under the box. This time appears. When the box completely leaves the screen, no, it will emit a signal. Okay. So we'll make this one large enough to cover the entire entity. Yeah. Y set to 0, set to 0.5, set to negative 0.5. Negative 0.8. I just realized I need to make the character, like, sit above. How high does players sit above it? Oh, this is like a whole... Oh, shit. My position 1. Redo the position. Go on screen. Alright. Mrs. Helsa fixed the wrongdoings. Have you atoned for your sin? I don't know what you're talking about. I do not know what you're talking about, Nemesis. Already repressed it, then. Good. Hey, Light. Words. Yes. That indeed. Words are fun. I like words. Is it true? Words are good. Words are excellent. I can lower this down a little bit. There we go. So that's when it's visible on screen, when it goes off screen, it'll provide a signal. And it covers the entirety box, yeah. Let's move into Bob's motion. Gonna be 2 steps. First, we'll defines function of initializing the monster. What are we doing today? We're working on the 3D modeler, or sorry, 3D game, building a 3D game, and basically at this moment we're trying to figure out how to get the mob, the little creature right here, to work properly. Because we have this. Got a little guy who can move around and do all that sort of stuff. Like so. Been messing around with the fusion in DaVinci. Oh yeah, it's really powerful. I never messed around with it. Is this a 3D game or a 2D game with 3D assets? It's a 3D game. It's a 3D game. Because this exists in a 3D world. It doesn't use like 3D assets on a 2D game or field or whatever. It is actually a 3D game. I just haven't implemented the jumping mechanic yet. The Hollow Knight is a 3D game? No, that's not. Hollow Knight's not a 3D game. Hollow Knight is a 2D game. It literally has 2D sprites on a 2D plane. Alright. I made part of the subtitle effect spontaneously substantially better looking at it, if you can tell. I can tell you that. That's good. Hollow Knight is in fact a 3D game. Parallel 2D planes on a 3D space. That's called 2.5D. It's different. Two and a half D is different than 3D. Okay. Got all that. 2.5D, I remember that. Remember that time? Yeah. Yeah. Let's implement motion. Yeah. We'll then use the randomized mechanism in main. Yeah, we'll call a function here. Attach script to mob. That script. Empty. Yep. Okay. We will have access to all of the 3-axis of motions. Yes, we'll have access to three-axis of motions in this game. That's the difference. Is we'll have access to 3-axis of motions versus just 2D access. Yeah. Extends body 3D. Perfect. Going to export a variable, which is minimum speed, which is equal to 10. And then we're going to export another variable, which is a maximum speed. speed, which is equal to 18. We'll add a function, which is underscore physics processing delta. We don't need to float it yet. We'll do this. So we'll do underscore delta. Compile that. Move and slide. Like so. Speed. Integer delta. Are you sure? Yes. Yes. I'm following along with the thing. So yeah. Similar to player, we as you mean function 3D body move and slide. This time we don't have to the velocity every frame. We want to constantly move at a constant speed and leave the screen if we were to hit an obstacle. Yes. We need to define another function to calculate the velocity. This function will turn the monster towards the player and randomize both its angle and motion velocity. Third position, the function, remember to normalize the velocity or not. For this one, we don't have to, so the difference is that we don't have to normalize the velocity because it's not going to change. Once it's set in motion, it only moves in one direction. It has only one forward velocity, and it's going to remain at the velocity consistently. Versus the player character, which you can move around at will, and so we have to normalize that because you'd have the added the two. If you're going up and to the left simultaneously at the same time, you'll add those two velocities and get 1.4 rather, or 1.6, whatever it is, rather than the one that should be. So you have to normalize. Diagonal movement is still occurs faster. That doesn't matter though. Mission start position. Because we want it to have a randomized speed. Okay. So we're going to add a second function. Function initialize initialize start underscore position player underscore position. That look at from position start position player position vector 3 up, and then rotate Y. We'll do random F range negative pi divided by 4 and pi pi divided by 4. And basically this gives us a rotational value between aiming at the player versus only 1/4 of pi of a. Basically, it gives us a range of like 60 degrees on either side of it. Basically, radians, yes. We got a random position, and now we need to add a random speed. Yeah. Random speed, okay. So to do that, we'll do variable random. We're defining a variable random speed, which is equal to randi range of min speed and max speed. Like so. Then we have a velocity, which is equal to vector 3 forward times, oops, random speed. And then velocity is equal to velocity. So the speed has a random component plus the directional component of not normalized vectors. The real minimum speed is 10, only when moving parallel to speed as the maximum speed is 25, only in diagonals. It's not a random between those and those. It's 10 and 18. And no, it wouldn't, you know, shoot out at light speed at you know, a 45-degree angle exclusively. Although that would be pretty funny. Dot rotated 18 on no, 18 is the max speed that it can reach. So it's going to hard limit its going to speed to that basically. So it can't go faster. It can't go slower than 10, and they can't go faster than 18. Vector 3. Whoop. Jenny Coney, I'll read and see what makes next. Yeah. Rotated vector 3 dot up. Rotated. No, not rotate. You rotate. Rotated dot y, and we will rotate it. It's not the declared value. Rotation. There we go. Okay, so initializing the start position, which is both defined, which has a variable of the start position and the player's position, start position, or sorry, you look at it first, looks at the position of the start position, the player, and the vector 3 up. It rotates a random range between that. At the random speed, or between the minimum speed and the maximum speed, sets the velocity to forward times the random speed, and the velocity is equal to the velocity rotated up and rotated y, which is random y. What does rotated y return a value? It does. It returns a random value between the angle at which it's going to be going at, basically. Yeah, random y returns a value of random range between negative pi divided by 4 and pi divided by 4. Where is the value going to? It is going to the velocity. It's going to the velocity. Right there. Start a new game? Oh god, what new game? Have you already beaten it? Okay. I think I understand that pretty much. Speed calculate this right here calculates the speed integer, calculate the forward velocity that represents speed, which is this right here, and then we can rotate the velocity vector based on the mob's y rotation in order to move in the direction of the mob is looking, which is this right here, basically. You aren't assigning the return value to any variable, but so the variable is the random speed. The random speed is how the velocity goes forward. The velocity is set to the rotated value of the vector and the rotation of rotate, yeah. It will take a long time to beat Crimson Desert. I just started a new game to optimize my start even further. Ah, I see. Yeah, destroy mobs or Queen extends. Collision object. Ooh, wow. We still have to destroy this one, so to do so, we'll connect our visible on-screen notifier to screen exit signal to the mob. The screen exited. Which we want this right here. Screen exited. Connect that to mob. Yes, I think I see what you are doing. My issue mentioned earlier seems to be absent. Perhaps. The thing is that, like, okay, Nemesis, you have to understand, this is not me deciding what to do here. I'm following a guide. And you can follow along here. In fact, I will send you the exact page that I'm currently looking at. That is the exact page that I'm looking at right now. If you want to follow along with what I'm doing. So, basically, head back to 3D viewpoint, click the 3D label, top editor, you can also press F2, yeah. Yeah, add that, already did that, connect, already did that. New function, yeah, call it Q-free. Yeah. It's on. Our monster will... our monster is ready to enter the game. In the next part, you will spawn monsters in game level. Here's a quick GD script for that. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That is what it looks like. Alright. Okay. We can move on. In this part, we're going to spawn monsters on the path randomly by the end. Monsters running the board. Double click main. Yeah. Main. Hasten. Hold on, we gotta save this. Mob. File system dock. Main. Before drawing a path. Open main scene. Oh, okay. I guess that's... you could just click up here. Rotate the Y changes the variables already loaded. I see how it goes. Yeah. That, basically. Okay, still have... project settings. Filter settings. Input. No, input map. Here we go. Open, switch to general tab. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted. That open. Display window. Display window. That's not right. We want it to be 720 by 540. Yeah, that's easy enough. Okay, we'll test that real quickly. Look, it's real small. Whee! Okay, dokie. So, like you did in 2D games, doing your design path follow 3D, so we'll add that to main. In 3D though, it's a bit more complicated to draw a path. We want it to be around the game view, so it wants us to be right outside the screen. But if we draw a path, we won't see it from the camera preview. Find it in the limits we have used. The placeholder mesh. Your viewport should still be split into two parts. Camera preview at the bottom. In the case, press Control to split into two. Set the preview checkbox. Yeah, I'm already doing that. Ultimate Cylinder to add a new Node 3D child to main. Add that to Node 3D. Call this one cylinders. And we add a mesh. Mesh instance. Instance 3D. Okay. Cylinder inspector. Cylinder mesh. Set the viewport, octagonal view. Set the viewport. Keep this. Viewport. Ah, here we go. Okay, so this one right here. Frontal. Top viewpoint. Oh no. Perspective. Then I want top view. Horizontal, yeah. We have two ports. Grid. We have view grid on. I mean, distracting. You took out the view. Yeah, have it on already. I like it. I like it on. Okay. Okay. Yada. Playing means using grid snaps. You can toggle magnet. It's already on. Y. Move the cylinder or to the right outside. The camera's view at the top right corner. Oh, hold on. Camera preview. I want to keep that on. That's where that C is. There. Putting a copy of the mesh, Control D. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you go. You go. And you go down. Right there. Okay, both cylinders, because you can locate them. Yeah, it's fine. Where is he? Why aren't they? Let's understand how to give me new material. Okay. Effective 3D is hard, but that's the best method we have. It could be that 3D is like Dwarf Fortress. 3D could be 3D like Dwarf Fortress, but that's a very limited 3D. It's sort of like that. I haven't played a whole lot of Dwarf Fortress. A bit too autistic for me. Standard material. That mesh material empty. We'll add. Haven't you played it once on stream? I did. I played it once, and I haven't played it since. Standard material. Oh look, I can actually see it now. You. Go. There we go. Do more. Become more autistic? No. I don't have time for that, unfortunately. I don't have time for that. Maybe if I become a full-time streamer, I can become full-time autistic, but until that point, I can't afford to become too autistic. Expand the albedo. Albedo color. Get blue. I can kind of see it now. Get dark blue. Yes, I explored the map and found myself in the middle of a bloody war against insect war machines. Damn. Literally hundreds of them. Yeah. Hey, Nemesis, like I said, if y'all are able to get me to become a full-time streamer, then yes, I will become a full-time. I will do it full-time. I'll become more artistic, but I can't do it while I'm not full-time. Okay. Bright orange. I like red. Red's better. We can now use the cylinder as guides. The steam dock, gray arrows. Just delete them now. Bro is employed. I am employed. I have a job. Let's do. Okay, cool. Now I have a keep invisible for right now. Nice. Terrible, that must be reason you died. Yeah. Past should look like. Oh yeah. Well, we're gonna. That one. No. Yes. No. Group. Yeah, group selected. Wait, no, hold on. All of these are going to a signal group. Oh, duh. Not looking at that correctly. This is 3D. I'll group these. Mob spawners, yes. Path 3D, and then I'll probably do a path spawn location. Yeah. So the path 3D is going to be basically we're gonna do we're gonna there we go. Select right now. So create new. Oh, I can do view, perspective, top view. We'll do there. No. That one, and then create lines. We'll do there. Oh. Point. Oh, don't talk to you. Right there. Okay, then we're going to why no work? Tool, good centering group of points. Oh, okay, I see. So we'll do there. There and there. And we'll now we can close. Okay. Like that. See. A very faint line. I could change the color of it. Okie. I think that's working. I actually will go ahead and window. No. View grid. Add new there. There, and then close. Okay, so it's not doing this properly. We're going to add here, we're going to go Hold click? No. Shift click? Okay, there we go. It does have a line on there. Now, difficult to see, but I can see it now. Okay. Path follow, yeah, easy enough. Path follow. That one. Add it onto there. We'll add a script. Names to spawn location, spawn path. Spawn location. And you is spawn path. Okay. Main. Right click. Save that. Okay, we're gonna go script. We don't want to make this a function of that. We're gonna do extends. We're gonna add that up here. And node. First we export the variable to the inspectors, mob Tyson, and other mobs, or any other monsters to it. Okay, well hold on a second. Mob. Attach new script to it. Right click on main. Attach new script to it. Oh, okay. Oh god, I guess we just didn't. We hadn't actually made a main thing. Marvelous, a scaly YouTuber. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate your appreciation of skeletons in general. Hello. Hold on, I gotta. Woo, hello. Thanks for joining. This man has extra bones. I have many bones. I have many bones. Okay, so we're gonna mean node. Yeah. Then we can assign monsters to it. And join the skeleton army. Extends known. Export. We're going to define a we're going to export a variable at. I love the not Winnie Cam, very precious Winniest one ever. Yes. I unfortunately am not able to get her to sit in this spot for any reasonable amount of time, because I'm not abusive like dog shocker, some piker, but I took a picture of her and that's where it is. You've to do Umu Musume at every 1K stream. Yes, we have enough calcium for all of those. Yes. Why you need to drink milk. Calcium is very good for you. Variable mob underscore scene. Acts scene. Are we using Python? I have more seasons. We are currently using Godot. Godot is the one that we're using because I just during a raid I can provide. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. But yeah, no, oh man, never used it. Yeah, I mean, I've never used it as well, so this is my, I can tell you exactly how much time I have in Godot, which is exactly 11 hours and 11.4 hours, basically. So I'm very new to this entire thing, although I'm getting the hang of it. Okay, so scene, so we can assign Mob Tyson and other monsters to it. Yeah. So we're going to spawn mobs regular interval. To do this, we need to go back to the scene and add timer. Before that, though, we need to assign a Mob Tyson file to the mob scene property above. Otherwise, it's null. Okay. C++ developer, I can provide. I develop in Java. Would you like would you like to clash swords at sunset in the Wendy's parking lot? Hey, at least it's not a Waffle House. At least you have standards. Oh man. So we still got about like 30 minutes. Okay. So, also, Nemesis, you develop in C++. Waffle House is the only one Waffle House index is red. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Pack scene, node, entry scene, called the first time. Okay, so we got that. Party above others, null. Head back to the 3D scene, main node, drag pop this into file system of dock. 3D scene signals. I know since you mostly C. Okay. Well, that's cool. Good to know. Drop my concerns to some dock into the mob scene slot in the inspector. Mob scene inspector. There. Huh. Oh, it's because we're adding a mob scene too. We already added that in the script. So we've added into here. On here. Okay, I understand now. Go ahead and save this real quickly as well. Also, Marvelous, you have experience with Python and C++ as well? That is really cool. I know Python is used a lot in like for like what's it called? Is it like not niche, but specific use cases for like Arduinos and whatnot. That's the one that's used a lot for like Arduinos. I also know that like C++ is like one of the foundational coding languages. I know some Python but it's been a while. I did like one thing in Python and I haven't touched it since, and I don't ever intend to touch it unless I have to. Okie dokie. So let's spawn regular intervals. Blah blah blah. This is null. Dragonism. Just blah blah blah. Add a new timer to main. Add a timer. Main. Wait time. Half a second. Auto start. We don't want it one shot because we want it to repeat endlessly. Timers emit a timeout signal every time they reach the end. So the wait time, by default, they restart automatically, emitting a signal in a cycle. We can connect the signal to the main node monster every 5 seconds, or 0.5 seconds. With the mob timer still selected, head to... Oh wait, hold on, we need to rename it. Mob timer. Okay. We have that selected, and it's blah blah blah. Signal. We're going to connect that to main. Wait, no, hold on. We want to... No, this... Yes. Can we drag that? No, we can't. The main, yes, connect that to main. The mob timer timeout passed, yes, that's fine. A moment. Yeah. Let's code. Mob spawn logic. We're going to initiate mob scene. Sample random position for the spawn path. Get the player's position called mob's initialize method, which is oh, here we go. Main, we have the mob's initialize, which is this function, this right here. Okay, so we're in a position, and the player's position, add a mob child to main node. Okay. Mob as a child of the main node. Main node. Okay, okay, yeah, in a bit. You know what you're doing, right? Yes, I do. I understand the concept of what we're doing. So basically, we're going to. This is a timer. We're adding the timer so that every time, every half a second, it runs. It puts a signal out, and that signal is going to run the initialize. It's going to run this function right here, which is the initialize, which is basically looks at the player's position, sets a random range between like variable range of where it's going to be at. So sets a random location, sets a random speed as the sets a random speed, and it sets the velocity at that random speed, and then sets the velocity to that, selects the random speed and sets the velocity, and then sets that velocity equal to that speed, going in that direction. So, yes, I do know what I'm doing. Amazingly, I do actually know what I'm doing. Okay. So on mob timeout, we'll remove pass. Need that anymore. We're gonna add a variable. For once he knows, yes, the thing is that I'm not stupid. Surprisingly, I'm not stupid. Mob underscore scene. That's the one we've defined over. No, we defined it in here. That's a package scene which is tied to this mob scene. I think so. No, we're defining the variable as equal to mob scene, so that right there, which is the package scene. Dot instance. Oh no, sorry, initiate. No, not can initiate. Initiate. And do another variable, which is the mob underscore spawn nation, which is equal to, yeah, can we do that for get node? Spawn slash spawn location. Is that not how that works? Because this little money sign is the initiates, instantiates. Also, hey, OpenDev, no pen dev. No pen dev. But yeah, isn't that how that works? Though this symbol right here is the get node symbol, replaces get node. Unexpected notes from appear after that. Okay, well never mind. Apparently it doesn't work. Is it no pen? where are all the pens? There are no pens. Get these is the get node. I don't know why that wouldn't work, but we'll just do get underscore no, because apparently it doesn't want to work. Oh, I see what it is. On location. Get you grab the node on the tree and place it. Oh. Mob timer. Node in the left tree. Oh, here we go. open dev. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, I see. Okay. Wow, so that really does spawn location. So that'd be this one right here. Oh, wow, okay. Wow, that actually is really helpful. So you can literally just grab, like, the node player. Huh. Node. There we go. So then why doesn't this... Oh, because it's not... Okay, so get node, it's... Okay, so if I understand it correctly, the reason why it's not working... You don't need to need get node if you have the... Well, hold on, let me try... See, it's saying that the expected node path a string or identifier after that, and it's not giving me that. But use that for that. But I guess I don't need that either, so I could just do this. Like so, spawn path and spawn location. Because it gets nodes for both of those. So I can cut out the get node and the parentheses and the quotation marks as well. For that entire thing. Huh. What are you using a type of, for type inference? I do not know what type inference means, but okay. Add another variable, which is the... No, sorry, hold on. I'm skipping a line. We'll do mob, spawn, location, progress, program... No. Yeah, progress... Progress ratio is equal to random f. And we'll add another variable used for autocomplete of your code. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because you're getting the node of that, and that's easier because you're instancing it. You can call me no pen dev or no pen or even pendev. What about nope ndev? I like nopen. Nopen. Nopen dev. I like it. The variable, we'll do player position equal to get node player dot position to mob instance. So we're instancing, sorry, initializing initialize mob spawn location dot position. So we're initializing the well, see you next time. Keep streaming entertainment chat. Keep the streamer entertained chat. Oh, hush. I'm trying, okay? See you, Nemesis. Thanks for dropping by. Position. And player position. Like so. Then we'll do... and child mob. Okay. So the random f random function produces a random value between 1 and 0, which is what the path follow node's progress ratio expects. 0 is the start of the path, 1 is the end of the path. So okay, I see. So okay, so it just selects a random number in between those, a random float number between those, and so it's able to, because of that, it's able to pick a random position on the path that is a spawn location. Okay. So we're defining a variable, which is mob, which is the spawn instantiates. Defining a variable, which is spawn location, which is the node of spawn path and spawn location, mob spawn location. We're mob spawn location progress ratio, which is random f, so it's picking a random number between 1 and 0, or 0 and 1, on that, which is then defining a variable with the player position, which is the node of the player and its current position. Mob, we're running the mob, initializing the mobs, that, which is the mob spawn location, and the player position based on those two, and adding a mob. Okay, I think I understand it. Okay. Now that you can remove the player from the main scene and follow from the main scene the following line. You can remove, if you remove the main scene, the following line, variable position gives an error because there is no @player. Where do I have player? I haven't connected player. Oh wait, no, because we're it removed player right here. Yeah, okay. Because player. Okay. Okay. Here's moves far. That right. It's past. It doesn't need to be there, but that's fine. So on again, these don't need to be here, but that's fine. On function timeout. Yes. We adjusted this a little bit, but we made it more efficient. So we shall test. Oh. Okay, so in volume assignment property queue, price ratio, type of float, base value, null instance, main thread function, bob timer. So why? So spawn path. Okay, so it's giving. This is okay. So this is not working right here. Let me try this. Let me try that. Nope, that didn't work. Delta function process if intended. Use function process. If this is intended, prefix with the underscore delta player. Yeah, in the process. Don't touch random stuff. Pay close attention to the node tree. On mob timer, node not found. Spawn location relative to root main. Okay, so it's saying that this node right here, which let me go back to the correct one that we had right here. Line 17. That's this one right here. I'm looking at it right here. It's this right here. The node, this part right here. The node not found. This right here. This is the node. It's not found relative to main. Why? Non-timer. Down assignment of property. Assignment of property for key progress ratio. Type of float based on no instance. Ugh. Hold on, I'm gonna do this. Get node. On location splash spawn path. Nope, that doesn't work either. So, but get a different one. Invalid called non-existent initializing basic character body mob. Character body. So there's not. Wait. I noticed the error. Oh, I see. Ah, okay. Spawn path, spawn location. I see. I had to have the spawn location, spawn path. Ah, okay. Okay, I see. So that means we should actually be able to do this, like you say. So that should be the correct way to do it. Let's test that and see if we get the same. Yeah. So okay. So now, okay, I understand now. Gotcha. So it's really particular about the order of which the nodes are. Yeah. I think of them as layers in a image, basically. Is if you have an image on top, you want to order them in such a way that it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. I get it. Okay, so we still have a mob timeout invalid call to a non-existent function initial. Oh, it's probably I just probably spelled that. Probably spelled that wrong. I missed an I. That's what it is. Let's test it. Okay, so now look at him go. So at least the spawning is correct. This is very funny. Okay. That works. Bedtime in a bit. Let me go to mob. I'm going to adjust this specifically. I'm going to you, and we're going to up. Test. No, not this one. I want main. It doesn't have a shadow, which is very strange. Why is that? Is it not high enough? Nope, nope, nope. Wait, what? Hold on. Bruno seems recommended not being transformed. Instance seems to be override this. Try this for you. I'm gonna keep on messing with it. Okay. Okay, well, we'll figure this out in the future. We're probably going to either, I'm not sure exactly. We'll see what I can do, what we do. They seem to have shadows to me. Well, I'm not certain. Anyway, no too close to the 4, I think. That's what I'm thinking, but like, I don't know. Shrimply or Leaflet? Well, let's see if we can try and raid Leaflet. I have not. I like to raid Leaflet. She's cool. I like her. But let us see who we can raid on YouTube. The shadow creatures. Understood, man. Good. Hey, JFJ is playing Crimson Desert. Isn't not allowing at the moment? If she's not allowing at the moment, then just go with Shrimply. So. But either way, thank you all so very much for watching. Even if even if not a whole lot of people were here, but still, I'm glad everyone joined. Thank you all so very much. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. We'll see what we do. Let's pawn. Thank you for watching. It really does mean a lot. So, like I said, I'll see you tomorrow. So, bye bye.